everybody. I'm mobile today. I'm not at my regular computer desk area. Let's tell people I'm live now. So yeah, I'm mobile, hence the camera jig setup and bad microphone. But today maybe we'll be building an autorouter. Hoping capacity node autorouters. This is a pretty cool auto routing concept I'm working on. For this auto router, you start with a bunch of, yo, what up, Ansh? How's it going? You have a problem. I guess we don't really show the problem step, but we want to connect this orange trace. Let's see if we can make this bigger. Want to connect this orange trace to this blue trace to this. So we create a mesh. That's what each of these gray squares are. And then we can create capacity or edges, and then solve for paths along those edges. And what I'm currently working on is doing the remaining steps, which is kind of making those making these lines kind of real, because right now they just go from capacity nodes. Use circuit JSON, just upgrade stuff, Ansh. Yeah, it's so easy. We're charting a course. Yeah, it's blocked 3 PRs, but the whole it's all blocked on the same concept, right? So Ansh is working on getting 3D circuit rendering to SVG in Node.js. They're all blocked on the same concept. I don't even know why you tried 3 if you couldn't get it to work in 1, you know? It's like, but sure. I get it's a big deal. You want to get all these 3D SVG PRs, but it's kind of fundamental. Actually, the thing people are coming to me with these bundling issues and stuff, and I'm like, that's the whole issue. 100% of that issue, we can already render 3D. The problem is rendering 3D in Node.js in different contexts. Yo, Ayush, what up? Welcome. So good luck with that, Ansh. But for simple stuff like a type refactor, soup is deprecated, all this. Just you're doing good work, but just we gotta move these things along. You know what I mean? We don't need to check every step here. Okay. So yeah, we'll see if you guys have reviews. Ansh says, no, I have done registry API and fake snippets API. Both PRs are blocked by it. I know, but they're all blocked by the same issue, right? Like, if you can't use a library in Node, it's not going to work in Node. It doesn't matter if you do PRs to different projects. They're all blocked on this. I understand you have an issue that you can't do because of this dependency, but that's kind of the point, right? You have a PR, Ayush, happy to review. Is it in review me? You know what I'll do? I'll check my GitHub notifications, because a lot of people message me on GitHub and I feel bad when I don't check, so because they're actually doing the process correctly. But I don't have the greatest notification setup, unfortunately. All right, we've got a PR here for adding HC49. HC49 from Rakesh. HC49. Wow, Ansh is going ham on this guy. Well, Rakesh, good luck with that. Sorry you're really going through the ringer on that review. HC49 is, yeah, this little crystal box, common crystal footprint. Yeah, really going through the ringer on that one. Sorry about that, Rakesh, but I don't want to get involved. All right, Rohit has fix hull render. And let me fix my windows here. Obviously, I'm like I have a weird stream setup. So what I'm gonna do is try to keep this chat up on my right side, where my face is for you guys. I pinged in GitHub. Okay, yeah. Well, we'll get to all the GitHub pings. This week, as a maintainer, I have reviewed a lot. Yeah, I'm happy to see your reviews. Hello, Naman. Welcome. Oh my gosh, is it really a typo? Oh my gosh, that's terrible. Oh my gosh, good fix. Good fix. Oh, wow. 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 That previous code was crap. Nah, I won't say that. It was junk. It's just slightly politer. Yeah, Rohit's back after a long hiatus. We hadn't seen Rohit in a while, but he's back now, which we love. Cool, let's go back to notifications. Do you guys see I just have like I clear these out so often and they fill up like nothing. It's crazy. There's so many notifications. I gotta make it so it automatically gets rid of these closed PRs. Oh, electrolytic support for capacitor. That's 2 days ago. It's a bit old. Yeah, so we should get to recent ones, but wait, what's going on here? Are these just claims? Oh, no wonder it's not going to the top of my... It's just people claiming things. Alright, let's get out of there. Oh boy, this GitHub mobile. I don't know how I feel about it. Alright, come now. What is going on? Sorry guys, this interface is not great. 3D SVG support in fake snippets. I'm pretty sure this one's blocked. I don't want to look at that again. I'm pretty sure it's not working. The background color has been changed to light gray. What is this? I'm not even gonna look at that. Improve capacitor polarized and MOSFET symbol. Okay. Replace TS circuit soup to circuit JSON. I think Rishab is doing a bunch of reviews on this. TSCI push snippet is up there. Support 3D view for snippets. Yo, Zohabe, what up? What up? We're trying to get some people's reviews in. Yeah, it's been a while. I'm traveling, hence the weird setup, and my mic is not as good. So I feel like I named this stream wrong. I don't know how long it's gonna be until I actually get to work on the Autorouter. Maybe I'll work on it. We'll see how it goes. All right, that's a good PR. Feature contributor graphs, looking forward to that. I'm just opening tabs. We're gonna review a lot of code. When you click a user, show the last 8 weeks of stats in a line chart. Yeah, I filed that. Improve error handling for okay. All right. All right, it's a pretty good. Ayush, did I click your thing? I don't even know if I saw your thing in here. Maybe you should just link it in the Review Me channel, because I feel bad because you said something bad. I didn't even see it in there. I went through a page of notifications. Yo, Tech Man, what up? See the PR that I requested for you? That is a checky for me. The hell are you talking about, man? All right, is this done, or is this the one we're all fighting about? It's not deploying, but I think this repo isn't deploying right now. I hate it when checks are red. Somebody should fix that. I hate it when checks are red. Okay. This looks good. You know what, though? You're not backwards compatible. You're not backwards compatible. If somebody... You're not backwards compatible here. You're not backwards compatible here. Okay, so at the beginning... What is going on? Dude, if it's deprecated, you can't just not handle it. You're going to break all the old code. You got to do const... Or you got to say circuit JSON equals... Or if it's not defined, it equals the soup. That's how you stay forwards compatible, right? if you're going to deprecate a prop, you still, you know, it's not like it's broken. You don't want to break it, because if you're breaking it, you might as well give the type error. 3D viewer is fixed. Is there a PR? We can look at the fix too. You guys might have merged it, which is fine, because, you know, I sleep. I slumber. So I don't blame you if you merged it. I mean, I think this looks good, but that I'm really I'm miffed about this line. You gotta get this line, but it does look good after that. So looks good after backwards compat fix. What was the fix? Should I look at Slack, Rashab? I'm curious now. If you got everything working, how you got everything working? I'm not sure what exactly what the root issue was. But I did suspect when I started seeing nano ID, I'm like, that's basically in a class of issues we see quite often. So I've mostly already reviewed this PR. This is a crazy PR, but it adds the TSCI push command, and who is it? Arn has done a phenomenal job putting this together. Anyone looking to merge, please don't merge. Work is still going on. Okay, thank you, Arn. Make sure internal link. You know what? I really appreciate that about Arn, is he's acting like a good maintainer. I think I would say 50% of even frequent maintainers would love it if I merged something too early. They take the bounty and they'd be like, oh, you know, if there's a bug or something like that. So appreciate it, Arn. It's great. All right, so Rakesh says he fixed these protocol links. Let's take a look. So, okay, no, it's just a claim. Dude, why do I get notifications on claims? That's terrible. All right. Feature contributor graphs. I don't like the way this looks. Does it have a legend? Let's check it out. After a week, the stream finally happened. Totally worth the wait. I love this. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. I mean, I was traveling all last week. I was actually working on auto routing algorithms in New York City. And then this weekend I was building doors. So, yeah. All right. So, you know, this is just a lot messier than I think, I guess I don't mind the aesthetic. I would do thicker lines, and then let's reduce the, do we want all these stats here? And then the axis is so high because one of them is, yeah. All right, this is messed up. I think I was pretty specific in the issue too. I said, you know, I want these two things, and I want the axis to be capped at 25. Yo, imposter, what up? Sorry about the aesthetic, bro. I know you've known me for so long. You know you have high expectation standards, and you know. Sorry. Yeah, looks good. Yeah. I got the iPhone here, so I bet the audio is crap though. Sevi, have you tried Quen 2.5 Max? Quen 2.5 Max? You know, I don't know a lot about that. I'm gonna look that up in a second. I like the curtain. Yeah, it's also very white outside because I'm in the Arctic East Coast. Let's see what Anj said here. Y-axis is dynamic. At Arn, yeah, the y-axis is basically not readable when you combine all these things. If you want to show everything, you should have a drop-down that allows different fields to be filtered. Like, e.g., what would be like some drop-down fields? So we got all these graphs. It could be like reviews, merges, Reviews, merges, issues. Reviews, merges, issues, bounties. Let's do that. Merges, issues, bounties, contribution, score. I'm also not, you can keep the dynamic access if you add this dropdown. Make sure it defaults to merges, since that's the primary thing I look at for sponsorships. I also look at contribution score, so maybe that should be first, but merges is important. Reviewed, let's see, what's our timestamp? I don't know our timestamp. 16, reviewed at 16 minutes, and then we'll give a link to the stream. I still don't know my hotkey. You hear the keyboard sound? I don't know what to, yeah, oh, okay. Do you guys want to try something? I can try switching my mic. So we'll run an experiment here. Okay, how is that? Is that better or worse? Do you guys hear other things? Somebody just tell me what it is. Audio and video is good. I bet it was good before, or it was okay before. Okay, so let's copy out this link. Reviewed at 16 minutes. Perfect. Okay, audio as if you were from an empty room. This audio is interesting. Well, you don't have the keyboard now, but yeah, I mean, it's like compromises, right? I don't know what to tell you. Let's go back to the other one, and if I'm typing a lot, I will, you know, I'll switch if I'm typing, I guess. Old one was fine. Yeah, sorry guys, sorry. I was gonna bring my mic, because I'm crazy about audio quality. It's actually probably the reason I don't usually stream away from home. I love mic quality. I love a good mic. I think it's everything. So I'm always disappointed when I don't have a proper mic, you know. I don't know, maybe I'll do a little bit less typing. I did want to build an Autorouter, which is going to require some typing. And a lot of O3 Mini. O3 Mini is really great, so we'll check out Quen Max, but O3 Mini is really, really great, so. Okay, so improve error handling for, is this Ayush's PR? Dude, I don't know. All right. I don't know how many times I'm going to review this PR, but I'm sorry, man. Like 20 people have, I think you're the 5th person to try this issue and just change the error message. Let me see. Do I have a comment here? The error should indicate that the LED has no footprint. All right, let's see if that's met. Maybe it's possible to do that. But whenever I see people just change the string, I mean, it's not gonna be a string change. Probably, it's not gonna be a string change. It's gonna be more complicated. There's gonna be like an if condition or something like that. Needs test repro. Yeah, but anything without a test reproduction is not good anyway. So, but yeah, people keep changing string on it. I'm like, my intuition says it's just not possible to do this with just a string change. It's still a very easy issue, but everybody's changing the string, and I'm like, why? So, the error that's being thrown is LED has no matched PCB component. That's confusing because the issue isn't that it has no matched PCB component. The issue is it doesn't have a footprint, right? And so like if you can say if the LED doesn't have a footprint, just say LED doesn't have a footprint. Make sure to set the footprint prop. Like that's way better than saying it has no matched PCB component. That's a completely different type of error. So anyway, I make sure to write a test. I'm blown away, man. Everybody is, I feel like maybe not all the attempts here are here, but I feel like I've seen so many attempts on this one. It's okay, I guess. I mean, I file a lot of one-liner issues, so maybe people are thinking, oh, you know, This is warmer. The other audio is colder. Yeah. Oh, we could try earphone audio. Do you guys want to try it? I bet it's going to sound like crap. You guys want to try it? This is earphone audio. It probably got really loud for a second there. Sorry about that. I'll take it down maybe just a little. Yeah. It's still a little bit loud. Let's take it down. Is it terrible? Oh, wait, hold on. I can't even. It's terrible? Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, I thought that one would be pretty bad. Reffy. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Look, it was imposter's idea. I hate to cap out audio on stream too, because after you cap audio on stream, I also rip to everyone who has like who uses me as like programming ASMR. Just they're completely wrecked right now. It's like so inconsistent. um, but yeah, yeah, it doesn't usually work. I'll get a lapel mic for when I travel in the future. Um, I'd love to say I could stream a lot next week, but I'm actually starting the Boost startup accelerator, so I don't know if I'll be able to stream maybe 1 or 2 days. But yeah, life really gets in the way. You really got to shove streaming in to your schedule, force it in. All right, this PR is so broken. Usually when a PR has so many reds, I don't usually look at it, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's not deploying. That's like the main issue. Everybody's confused about. I kind of want to. Here's the. I don't have two monitors, so I can't really pull up my Slack, and my phone's over there. So apologies for Shab if you had some stuff for me to look at here. Would love feedback on this. All right, we got PR here. Oh, nice. Okay, we got one more. We can review. I think this is it though. Then we're gonna see if we can do some Autorouter work. I'm curious how bad the keyboard is. I won't know until I listen back, but I think I'll leave on this mic and then I'll listen back later and we'll see. Oh, weird. You're removing this prop. Circuit JSON preview. Removing the prop is full screen. Set full screen. Show toggle full screen. This feels like a regression. Why did you remove these props? Show toggle full screen. Wait. So there's a couple components here. Preview content, circuit JSON preview. What is going on? I bought 5 of these for faculty. Full lame X5 wireless, now $90. USB connected. Let's take a look. Looks solid. I have no idea. I've never done a lapel mic, so I have no idea what's good. But if you like it, I like it. So yeah, I'll put an order in for one of these. Free delivery tomorrow. Unfortunately, I'm not at home, but yeah, I'll make a note of that. It's actually hard for me to make notes right now because I can't pull up anything private. How can I make a note? I'll open Warp, and then on my desktop, I'll say stream notes.txt. I have so much weird, or not weird stuff, actually. What I feel bad about is actually accidentally exposing somebody else's email. It's literally, I don't think I have anything that if somebody saw it, I would be concerned. But DJI mics are great. Get an iPad. Okay, I'm not even following anymore. Price performance isn't bad. Yeah, I like the USB connectivity thing. Is full screen on toggle full screen? So I guess. So if I understand Rohit's PR here, he just took away the prop, moved it internally. I think that's okay. Let's try it. So I'll go to visit preview here. And then you hit full screen, makes the preview full screen. Yeah, I mean, I think that's it. To be honest, I'm not 100% sure about... Oh, wait a second. Was that always happening? Yeah, okay. I'm not 100% sure about the placement. I feel a little weird about having a button that maybe isn't that important right there, but let's roll with it. Yeah, I really want to close my Slack. All right, so I accidentally closed that PR, but it looks good. Good job, Rohit. Started to work on registry API, but I can't test anything. I think it needs some access. You're getting an error? Yeah, dude, you can't develop our backend yet. So the backend isn't open. So I don't even know how you have access to that. I should be more concerned, but I'm not, because it's like, it's not really like special. The entire API is public and whatnot. But you shouldn't have test errors. Ansh, I need to get you like whenever I can't accept contributions for closed source code bases until you have an IP agreement. For open source, it's fine. There's licenses attached to the code, but for that code base, there's no license attached to the code. So I need to get you like, I couldn't even merge your PR if you had it. I have to get an agreement for you. So don't worry about that repo too much. I would love if you contributed to that repo, but I have to get you under a paid contract, actually. Yeah. You have to be paid and have to have a contract, and you have to have an IP agreement for that. Because otherwise I can't reassign the IP or whatever, right? If we got acquired or something like that. The only reason that code base is closed source is mostly just for auth reasons. I don't like to, not that we're doing anything wrong, but I don't like to have authentication logic be totally open source, because sometimes people make a mistake. It's just happened too many times where somebody makes a mistake and you realize, you're like, what? You're like, thank goodness, you know, this wasn't being constantly audited, especially with all the secret scanning people. So many people scanning for vulnerabilities now with AI and whatnot. It's just easier, makes life easier to not take the risk. At least for now. Maybe eventually it'll be complete. I mean, it will eventually be open source. We'll have, at the very least, a community backend. The very least. We might not open source it if we have a lot of Cloudflare worker stuff that makes it prohibitive, because Cloudflare workers and like DNS in general is kind of hard to put into code. You know, or just to be testable, you know. That's why all these big companies, they go under because of config. They like go down because of config issues. It's like really hard to test that stuff. Oh, right. Quen 2.5 max. Let's take a look. Quen 2.5 max. Exploring the intelligence of large-scale mixture of experts model. 20 trillion tokens. Okay. What's this benchmark? DeepSeek, Claude Sonnet. I like to compare to Sonnet. Oh, they're saying it's better than Sonnet. They're saying it's better than DeepSeek and Sonnet. Okay. Quinn 2.5 max. I think Cloudflare AI. I like Cloudflare a lot, so I'm always kind of waiting for them to get their models. So let's see what models they have, because I want to say they have... Oh, wow, they have a lot now. Yeah, they have DeepSeek. What do they have here? They have DeepSeek? Oh, they have pretty small DeepSeeks. The biggest they have is... yeah, those are all pretty small. So you have to register an Alibaba account. I'm not going to do that on stream. I might have an Alibaba account, but is there a website? QuenLM.ai. Is it going to make me sign in? Oh, ask Quen no more. Okay, let's give it a hard problem. I gave ChatGPT a problem this morning it couldn't get. I gave the new O3 Mini a problem, so let's try that problem. Okay, so the problem was, can you write a simple, lightweight layout algorithm in TypeScript that determines the position of boxes in the scene? ChatGPT couldn't get this. It also has artifacts, so let's turn on artifacts. Let's see what it can do. Sign up. You son of a friggin' gun. You son of a friggin' gun. You knew this was gonna happen. Alright, well that's disappointing. I don't have a second monitor. I don't wanna, just out of good practice, I don't wanna get myself spammed. But this looks good. Is this is Quen's official website or something? I have a spam email just to sign up for these things. I mean, I could do it. I think like I have emails I use because I use Fastmail, so I have masked emails. But I'd have to like open my email on stream and stuff. Because I don't have my phone. Normally I could use my phone. Ansh says, wow, Ansh is in a state of desperation here. Oh, have a cam only scene. Oh, imposter. Imposter. That's pretty smart. Oh, everybody's coming to the same conclusion. All right, all right. All right, let's read Ansh's comment, and then, yeah, I think we will do that. I think we will try to use Quen. Ansh says, so should I close my PR as I've tried to push my limits and read that codebase over 15 days? And I think I try to understand that, so thought to be started with that PR. If I can't do, no worries, I know. Ansh, that last part was a little crazy, man. That was like 1.5 billion model output right there. Yeah, I mean, maybe. I mean, look, there's a problem. You gotta figure it out. It's a bundler issue. I don't know. I mean, I get people are struggling on bundler issues, but this is what separates junior from mid, is being able to resolve bundler issues. You know, like just get to know that transpilation system. I've spent 1,000 hours on bundler issues, right? So for me, it's like it's hard for me to feel bad. Like I've been in there. I've been reading those distribution files, those JS files when you transpile. You should be able to read those. I open those up all the time. So anyway, yeah, it's tough, but dive in, dude. Okay. Oops, that's not what I want to do. So let's see if I can get this cam up, and then we'll. Okay. Oh, you know what I just realized? Is OBS showing too? What is going on, man? OBS isn't supposed to show. Oh, everything. Oh, I messed up everything. Okay, hold on. Let's delete that. Ooh. Instead of copying a scene, I think it copied every video source. All right. I messed everything up. Hold on. We're good. All right, there we go. All right, slightly better. All right. Hopefully that's fine. All right, let's see if we can copy this scene and get a camera scene here. Everything is messed up because of, you know, mobile stuff. All right, so we'll make a new scene. We'll delete that, and then we'll move this. And then I guess I should also remove the filters on this guy to make me full screen. Is this gonna work? Yeah, okay. It's a lot of work, guys. It's a big ask, you know what I mean? All right, 200, 200. Let's try that. Okay. All right, now I can sign up for Quinn. Thank you to everyone for helping out. Are they gonna make me pay? I feel like you probably can't sign up with a random email to this kind of thing and just get away with it. Very professional streamer. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, you wouldn't believe how long I've been trying to stream from my competence level. Okay. Gonna create some passwords here. Yeah. Yeah. Agree with the terms of service? Maybe. Just gotta read this entire terms of service, you know me. It is completely free, even image and video generation. That is crazy. That is pretty crazy. Like, you can tell me doing reviews is wasting time or doing more PRs, which is best. For myself, I have wasted this week. Not as wasted mean, but more to help people. I mean, I don't know, Anj. It's the eternal struggle. It's the eternal struggle, man. It's tough. It's tough to find the right balance. I don't know how to console you. Programming is tough. I don't know, dude. I mean, gotta get good at bundling. I don't know what to tell you. Just gotta get good at bundling. Oh my gosh, did I mess up this one? How did I mess up this one? I was so careful. Sad face. All right. I messed up the other one, but hold on. This is like watching an old man, you know, figure out how to do streaming. 600. I guess I'll try to make that better next time. Anyway, we're here. We did it. We're going to paste in this problem. So this is a layout problem that TS Circuit really hasn't solved yet, but we want to automatically lay out schematics and stuff like that. So I did a simplification of the problem with just boxes and stuff like that. And I told to use a force-directed algorithm with some possibly impossible constraints. So if the artifacts work, I think I forgot to check artifacts there. So maybe we'll do one with the artifacts too. The first thing I'm noticing, very slow relative to Claude or O3 Mini. O3 Mini is lightning fast, but if it gets it right, I do not care. So we'll see. You get output preview like V0 or Bolt for coding when you select artifacts. Yeah, so I should have selected artifacts. So we might try it again then with artifacts. I feel a little bad actually because it kind of, I just used quite a bit of compute, but let's do that. And I'm gonna select artifacts here. Okay, so we'll upload that. Please try video generate. Well, I don't know. I don't have any video generation problems. I don't know. You know what I'll try? I don't know. Is this stuff even new? I could try like generate a image of a circuit board. I feel like every time I try that with AI, it does something really weird. While we're waiting for this new one, I don't know if it'll let me bounce between chats, but we can actually put in its output into Claude, and we can just tell Claude to visualize what it wrote before. So we can try to get an artifact out of it. I feel kind of bad. People are gonna click on this YouTube stream expecting to see Autorouter stuff, and there's not gonna be any Autorouter development. Maybe I'll start it. I'll try to do like an hour of Autorouter development at some point. The beginning of the stream is just the warm up. Wow, this is garbage. That was Trashland. It literally, what is this? Garbage. Absolute trash. Let's try its first one though. Its first one looked a lot more plausible. So what I'll do is I'll paste it into Claude and I'll just say, hey, visualize this algorithm so we can see it. But that was trash. That artifact was trash. That was garbage. It was hard to see the code really quick, but it basically like didn't do the fundamental thing. So that was bad. Where are we? So we want to, yeah, just visualize this algorithm. And you don't have to ask Claude for artifacts either. And I know that's not like a big deal or whatever, but it just kind of shows that they have that down pat. Anthropic is doing something crazy with their training, which is why I'm like, wow, if they release, the next time they release a model, it's going to be crazy. Before Sonnet, I didn't even think of Anthropic as like, have you tried DeepSeek for that code? I haven't. We can try DeepSeek. I've seen O3 Mini get pretty close on this one. Add one more step before you proceed. What are you talking about? Oh, it's verifying with Cloudflare. Okay, so we're running DeepSeek on this one. This is a pretty hard algorithm. Okay, so kind of hard to tell, but the generated Claude code kind of came up with like a bad example. So this data is trivial, so it's correct, but the data is trivial. So, oh man, I think I have a better prompt for this. I have a better prompt to Claude to help us visualize these artifacts. So we're just trying to lay out a schematic. So it's a bunch of boxes with wires coming out on different sides. Yeah, please create a React app that showcases this algorithm. So we're going to use this instead, this prompt for Claude. This will give us a much better... Okay, so we're going to redo Quen with this, and then we'll try DeepSeek. We'll see if anybody is able to get this. Server is busy. Okay, so I don't think we're going to get a DeepSeek output. Bro, give Quen a video prompt because it takes 3 to 5 minutes for generating video. I don't know what to prompt it, dude. I don't know. Okay, I have an idea for a Quen prompt. I'm worried when I navigate away the tab that DeepSeek is like, oh, they're not on tab, and it stops. So that's why I'm kind of like not navigating so quickly. Like normally I would be multitasking a ton, but I mean, I could try dragging this out, and then we can go over here. Oh, what is this? Regenerate. Oh, that didn't work. Whoa, what happened there? You guys see this? That's not working. Regenerate, so we've got a problem. It looks like the problem construction is okay, but I think Quen's algorithm just doesn't work. But it actually kind of, if you kind of look at how crazy it gets, it kind of looks like a parameter issue. So let's say lower the repulsion strength. And let's just say allow configuring each parameter of the algorithm. That'll be a nice way to just kind of tweak this, because maybe Quen's algorithm is right, but they couldn't tweak the parameters, and that's difficult for it to be able to tweak it. That would be impossible for a human and stuff like that. Nearly impossible. Use V0 for preview. is V0 better than Claude for previewing this stuff? I could try it. I mean, V0 is kind of like an artifact special, but I really doubt they train on algorithms. I don't know why I think Claude trains on algorithms, but Claude is so consistent. I don't know. Oh, wow. DeepSeek is still thinking on this one, guys. It's going nuts. This is crazy. This is cool. Oh my gosh. This is probably what O3 Mini was doing. So if you guys haven't played with O3 Mini, basically O3 Mini is a lot like R1, except it is a lot faster and it has a lot of thinking tokens. It has tons of thinking tokens. So it's sort of like, if you like, basically it's just like, I almost feel like they were running an experiment where they were like, what happens if we add like a ton of ability to think? When it's thinking, you pay for that and you don't get to see it, but those thinking tokens, there's so many, and it outputs so quickly. So basically it's just running like hundreds of thoughts is how you can think about it. It's just like, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It's like if this was faster. Intelligence 50%. Yeah, I mean, this is definitely like I think you can get to something approximating AGI here for sure. The Claude, can you share one more time? When you will get time? Do we have closed Devon subscription? Devon, I turned off Devon and they gave us a month, but I don't know if that month is up. They gave us like an extra month. Right now you can preview HTML, CSS, and JS in Qwen. Okay. Damn, DeepSeek is cooking. Yeah, I have never, ever... Have you guys seen? Look at how much thought is there. It's crazy. That is so cool. I think that's why O3 Mini has almost gotten this before. Oh my gosh. That's pretty cool. Okay. This is gonna be cool. All right, so Anthropic. You know what sucks about Anthropic Preview? Why can't I make this full screen? It drives me nuts. Why can't I make this full screen, right? Let's do this. So it's a frame, right? Can I copy the frame URL? View frame source. And then if I just remove this, will that work? No, it's not gonna work. What the hell? Like, look how small this is. I have to like zoom in on this. Okay, anyway, so bro, just use V0 for preview. I don't know if it'll do algorithms, Ben. Look, we got something working with Claude. I don't know. Are we getting O1 Mini or is it garbage as well? O1 Mini has already existed. Yeah. But why would you use it now that O3 Mini is out and they've refined it? Okay, so right now when we play this, you can see they repulse away from each other. So what I'm going to do is reduce that repulsion strength by quite a bit. And they're still repulsing. So I don't know. Maybe I don't understand this well enough. Attraction strength. Maybe we increase this. Regenerate. Yeah, I don't know. It seems like they always... Snap factor, 0. Do you guys want O3 Mini? Yeah. Yeah. If you're a contributor, you're going to get access to O3 Mini. I just have to sort my stuff. I know, man, I'm so annoyed that, like, I don't know. I just have, like, I feel like I have a lot of stuff to manage. But you guys should get it. But yeah. All right. I have no idea. It's like it needs to go lower or something. Or it's possibly the snap factor. I don't know, but this is Qwen's algorithm, right? For what it's worth, O3 Mini solved it pretty similarly, like really similarly, and it really didn't work. So let's try the DeepSeek. Let's try the DeepSeek version now. So I'm going to use our existing UI, and I'm just going to say swap out the algorithm for this one. Oh, shit. I hit enter too early. Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh. Death. Please let me edit. Swap out the algorithm for this one. All right. Okay, so now we're gonna see. It's gonna be the same preview. Everything is the same except we're gonna be using DeepSeek. Yeah, Sevi, I know that feeling. Working on a lot of things together. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, man. I need funding. Just scale it up. Scale it all up, huh? All right, let's see. Yeah, but O3 Mini I like. It's cheaper than Sonnet, and it's almost as good. So I use O3 Mini for most things, and for some things it's better. So I would say for a lot of hard problems it's a lot better. And Sonnet is good at one-shot output. So we can check the Aider leaderboard, see if anything interesting. If they're saying anything interesting about the top AI. So they're saying DeepSeek R1 plus Sonnet is the best, and then O3 Mini High is pretty up there. So if you look at the cost, O3 Mini is actually a little more expensive, but it doesn't need the architect mode. Yeah. It's kind of interesting. Each of these models have like different appeals. If you look at O1, it's $186. $186 versus 20. You forgot to give. I didn't forget. I'm just less interested. But yeah, it's on the agenda. Okay, so DeepSeek's algorithm is kind of working. It didn't repulse. Do you guys see that? It's kind of like snapping them all together, but at least everything's not going crazy. So let's reduce that snap factor, because that's the hard part of the algorithm, is vertical and horizontal snapping. That's really hard. So we'll regenerate, run. So with that snap factor, repulsion, maybe increase repulsion, attraction strength. Oh, we broke it. Regenerate. It might work. So it's showing every frame of a force directed graph layout algorithm. So I think yeah, that's pretty interesting. I think we need a little bit of adjustment here. Let's just say increase all the slider ranges. I don't even know what to say here. Allow manually entering a number for these sliders. We might run out of context. That's the problem with Sonnet, is you can run out of context on it. But that's pretty close. Isn't O3 Mini free? O3 Mini is free. O3 Mini is free. All right, we'll give Quen video prompts. I don't even know what to do. Smart large vision language model. What do I do here, man? You gotta treat me like an old man. Doesn't know what they're doing. Select a model. Create image. Battle mode. I'm in battle mode. I guess they let you do side by side. Okay, so video generation. Okay. A flyby of a complex printed circuit board for a commercial. Okay. So I don't know if you guys know what this means, but like a flyby is where like a drone, you kind of have a drone shot through a thing. Too many requests in the queue. Da-dum. Can you even pay for this? What is even going on? Is all this stuff free? It's crazy. They don't even have a paid plan. Crazy. Crazy. They're just trying to get market share. All right, so this is disappointing, but Claude is running out of... remove the sliders. Claude is running out of context. So remove the sliders, allow entering the numbers manually. Everything is free. Just refresh and try again. Too many requests in 60 seconds. If somebody runs this prompt and gets it, oops, dude, OBS, garbage. Oh my gosh, garbage. I tried to paste in the chat. I guess I can't paste in the chat, but if somebody is able to get this prompt to work, I will take a look. I don't know how you'll share it with me. Is there a share button? Yeah, there's a share button. So is this, when was this released? Is this released recently? I don't know, dude. I feel like I'm too lazy for this. I'll give it one try. Oh shit, it's working. Well, okay, there we go. Now if I navigate away, is it going to be problematic? I guess I'll have it up here. I'm pretty excited. That'll be cool if it works. I don't think it'll work though. It'll probably be junk. Most AI can't generate images of circuit boards. All right, so Claude has failed us, and we're not able to get out that visualization. But what we can do is start a new project and literally just drop in that file. It's pretty easy to do. So I'm gonna call this Claude copy pasta, the project. And actually, let's be even lazier. Let's remove that. I think I can do bun create vite. Let's see. Yeah, template. What templates we got? Let's do React TS, and then I'll say Claude copy pasta. It will be working in background. You don't need to be on the page. Okay, cool. What is going on? All right, button create vite, project name, Claude, copy pasta. It's hard to transfer out Claude stuff sometimes. Let's do Typescript. Okay. So we'll open up cursor here. Wow, are we ever gonna build an Autorouter, guys? Are we ever gonna? Let's see. Yesterday, I wrote A star just from memory, from scratch. I was like, I don't even need anything, because I've written it so many times. If you don't know A star, it's like all you need to know for any pathfinding thing. All right. So yeah, we can probably replace this app file, but maybe I'll be. Can we replace this? Let's see if we can replace this whole file and just run bun run dev. I think it's going to require some shadcn nonsense, right? Sorry, guys. Very compressed window here. Yeah, it wants cards from shadcn. It also wants sliders. So that's unfortunate. So we got to do bunx shadcn. Bunx shadcn add. And then we got to add everything it wants. You can also add everything. Can't remember how, though. I don't know. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we're gonna add everything from shadcn, maximum lazy. Oh, no tailwind configuration. Why you make me do work? No tailwind configuration found. We just need to trick it into thinking we have tailwind. I don't, honestly, why is this stuff, why do people make things so difficult? That's how I feel about everything. This is why you gotta know bundlers, like the back of your hand. Because people just make things difficult nowadays. Anyway, we just need to get it to think that there's a tailwind config. But I can't remember how to trick it into thinking there's tailwind. Because we added a tailwind config. Is it just because it's... If I do that, will it be tricked? Just after DeepSeek, Quen was released after Quen, Kimi AI, they beat OpenAI R1. Okay, interesting. Let's check out the progress on our video. 39%. I actually can't remember how to trick, let's do this. Let's remove our tailwind config. And then let's look at the Vite guide for integrating tailwind. We literally just need to trick it because you don't need Vite installed. It's a myth. Tailwind CSS Vite. I feel like this is new. Okay. Just want to copy and paste my Claude, man. Alright, and then it's saying you gotta import some stuff. We don't need to do that. It's fake news. Oh, I bet it's because I don't have an index.css file. Alright, hold on. I got this. Yeah. I think that's probably why. Index.css. I'm gonna trick it. Bootstrap. Tailwind. Yeah. It's all fake news. Oh, no import alias found in your TS config. What is this? Oh my gosh, why do people do this? I don't need 10 TS configs. Oh my gosh, the state of web dev right now. All right, we're gonna use the bun default TS config. Beautiful, beautiful. All right. All right, I got it to work. Looks like, yeah, I don't know. A lot of random stuff. So the reason you don't need Tailwind is you can just go to your index.html file and just add the CDN. Just type add Tailwind CDN. Oh, I was definitely muted. Yeah, I was talking to my dad. Yeah. I was just animated and still working, so it looked like I was accidentally muted, but I was intentionally muted. Cool. All right, maybe we got Tailwind. I don't even care. I don't know. All right, let's see if this works. I barely care about this. The following dependencies were imported but could not be resolved. Where's that components directory? Source components. You know, Vite kind of sucks, and you have to, just a little bit, and you have to do this tsconfig paths thing. Vite tsconfig paths, like that. Gotta install that. You gotta bootstrap like 100 projects, and then you just gotta know how everything works, guys. Okay, there we go. So we did it. We can see it. The slider is pretty terrible looking, but we now can modify this. So what we did before is we set the attraction strength all the way down. and we set the snap factor to 0, and we're almost getting something that you can see as a layout. It's kind of unclear if it's working. So now what I think I want to do is make it so you can lower the attraction strength even more, or maybe increase the repulsion strength. I think maybe increasing the repulsion strength is good. So let's see if we can find that slider. Snap factor can reduce this. I think for almost all of these we can reduce the step. Iterations, that's fine. Repulsion strength max, we're gonna say 10,000. Gonna have it way up there. And then for this one, we're gonna lower the step even more. I'm gonna set the minimum really low. Okay, so did that update? All right. So we can lower that all the way, increase this a bit, and then we can see if this thing's kind of working. I kind of think it did it. The drawing is really crappy, like the lines aren't lining up, but I actually kind of think it did it. So this might be a useful algorithm. So DeepSeek was the only one to be able to get this. And if I increase the snap factor, they're supposed to start to align themselves vertically or horizontally. So you can see they're kind of slowly getting into that position. Let's lower the repulsion a little bit, try to bring them in. Maybe increase the attraction just a smidge. Yeah, I mean, let's increase that snap factor. Yeah, I don't know if the snap is working. It doesn't seem like the snap factor is really making them align any better or worse. So I don't know. Did DeepSeek get it? I'm not really sure. Let's increase. I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell. It's kind of hard to tell. Let's see. I mean, yeah, I don't know. They're not really snapping quite right. It looks like it might be close, but they never, I mean, do they? Maybe this algorithm is just impossible. Anyway, DeepSeek did a pretty decent job on this one. I might look into that more later, but force-directed graph layout for layout, not bad. Check the video, yak shaving for what it's worth. Hey, this is crazy. I've seen it. Same error in contribution tracker. Solved it. Yeah. Okay, I'm not following that. Oh, you mean like for Shadzian? I don't know what you're talking about, Ansh. Let's see. Capacity node. What the heck were we doing here? You wanted to see the video. It's at 99. Dude, this loading bar is fake. I don't think it's real. This might never finish. We might have been waiting for nothing. What up, Professor Moose, by the way? Good to see you. The Vite error? Yeah. Yeah, you gotta know every Vite error. This is why I don't like to try too many technologies. I like to just have my stack. I did write an application in Solid the other day because I'm trying to contribute to the tiny tape out, the chip people. Sort of get a bearing on chip design. And so I'm writing a little bit of Solid right now, which is pretty fun. Solid is a really interesting framework. I think Solid probably will help people understand the internals of React a little bit. So if you want to learn React better, you might want to just dip your toes into Solid and build something kind of hard. It's slow because the server is way too busy. I don't know if I should put faith into this, you know? If I want to believe this will happen, then the viewers will want to believe it'll happen, and then we'll all just be very disappointed. We'll all walk away unhappy. Good morning, just swinging by. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, thank you for stopping in. And good morning. Very early morning in SF. All right. Let's see while we're waiting for this video. Yeah, I'm pretty impressed with DeepSeek there, though. This definitely makes me want to maybe rely on DeepSeek a little bit more. But it was slow. I mean, look how long it thought for. So it was slow, but that was pretty impressive that it was the only model that could get something usable with this. That's pretty impressive. So I don't know. I will have to examine that. I kind of want to run my own DeepSeek. A lot of people are trying to run their own, but it's a lot of effort. All right, let's do a little bit of auto routing work. We're about an hour in. I would be remiss if I titled the stream wrong. So in review, we're doing it's a new type of auto router, and it uses capacity, or it uses capacities, a mesh with capacities. So we're actually looking at a mesh right now. This red is an obstacle, and each of these are nodes that have capacity. The reason why they're broken up like they are is because here we have less capacity. Bro, check out Prime Time. He just got 6 4090s for DeepSeek. Prime Time. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. I mean, that's really cool, but like, I don't know. I'd rather use a provider. I think a couple people that there are a couple people who serve DeepSeek now that aren't DeepSeek and maybe more reliable. I heard DeepSeek got DDoSed. I kind of feel like I don't know who DDoSed them, but I kind of feel like every service that scales that quickly gets DDoSed, and it's impossible to tell the difference. But I'll probably use cloud because that's a lot of work to have all those 4090s. TinyGrad Green GeoHots shared instance. I feel like you're not giving enough details, but GeoHots is probably running. Oh, can you buy? Wait, are you saying Tiny? What is it called? A tiny? What is their machine called? A tiny box. That's right. Are you saying tiny boxes can run DeepSeek? Because that's actually pretty interesting if they can. Because tiny boxes are sort of a fully assembled neural network box. I think they just throw NVIDIA GPUs in there. Tiny box DeepSeek. I think that's fake news. I don't know, unless that's like fresh off the presses. I think that's fake news. I don't think TinyBox can run it yet. Quite difficult to run. I also think tiny boxes might be more oriented around training. I'm not sure. Okay, anyway. So we've got to do some math algo stuff. Oh. That's not me. There's nothing I can do about it. It's not my house. Sorry, guys. So first step, we make this mesh. Second step, we create edges to each node in the mesh. So each of these nodes represents like 2 connections that can go to each other. This mesh box, I think if we go to step 1, you can, where can we see the capacities? Yeah. So these small boxes have a capacity of 0. Only one path can go through them. The larger boxes have larger capacities. So 2 traces can go through this box. So basically the idea with this Autorouter is when we're wiring a circuit board, we want to do this kind of high level planning with a mesh, and then we'll do low level planning by kind of zooming in and just routing the inside of this box, knowing that it hasn't had its capacity exceeded. So it's a very cool concept for auto routing. I have no idea how well it'll work in practice, but I'm very excited to try it. So but many steps. It's like so complex. Okay, Zohaib is saying tiny grad green. Tiny grad green is what I should look up. Sevi, I am buying a phone for my dad from sponsor money. Can you tell me which is good? iPhone 15 Pro or 16? This is a 15 that you're looking at me on, but I think 15 and 16 don't have a huge difference, so probably be happy with a 15. I don't know how old he is, but I don't know. It really depends on your relationship with your father. Do you have a lot to prove? Tinybox, here's the link. Tinygrad.org. Tinygrad.org. Yeah, dude, I'm oh, it has 6 4090. Oh, so people are running it on this. Yeah, because it can run on 6 4090s. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah. How much do these cost? Like 20K, I think? 25,000? Oh, they're out of stock, though. They're out of stock. Yeah, and who would want to run... Yeah, the AMD ones are the only ones they... Yeah, it's tricky. Yeah, 25K. Honestly, good price. Good price. I mean, 25K and you kind of like... I don't know. I mean, energy consumption is still a thing, right? But it's going to be hard to make that back. I think the only way I would do that is if I was like basically running those algorithms on kind of repeat. So like if I wanted to design a system where the algorithm would run all night until test pass and it was just running hundreds and hundreds of queries at once, that's when I would use it. I thought I would ask from the mentor rather than AI and Google. Oh yeah, for the iPhone, yeah. Just Google, what phone should I get, 15 or 16, trying to impress father or whatever, whatever is most appropriate emotionally. Bro, check for the video. All right. Oh, we got it. Oh, it's 5 seconds. Wow. I mean, to be fair, that is the highest quality AI PCB I think I've seen. It's not bad. It's not as good as maybe it could be. But I mean, it's not bad. It's kind of cool. I mean, yeah, not bad. Not bad. This connector is like unreal. Like that's definitely not a connector that exists. And it also looks like the pin size changes. There's also like weird things, like this component is like super weird looking, but it's pretty not bad. It's pretty not bad. It's also like these connectors are like, I don't know, they're like all like RAM motherboard connectors. I don't know. I guess it's not bad though. Definitely not bad. It is good for startups and companies using AI locally for their employees. Yes, that's true. That's true. Yeah, if you want to use AI locally. And this is for free, yeah. Yeah, they don't have a paid tier. They should get a paid tier, though. I mean, I don't know. They're just trying to stay in the lead, I guess. I do like to see the competition, but I don't really care about free versus paid, and like as long as it's below $20 a month, I usually don't care. I think the video will eventually be like in the 200. I mean, when things get really good, you'll just pay $200 for your preferred service. And that's all it'll be. But nothing is really good enough yet. Where even O1 Pro, I think if O3 Mini gets released, I might pay the $200, but until then, I don't think so. Yeah. All right. So looking in on this algorithm, I know, doing actual things. But I did name the stream for auto routing, so I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna dive in. So there's so auto routing is a really tough problem to solve. So uh, what I'm trying to do is make every problem simpler, and I'm really happy with how simple. Maybe a better prompt would give a better result. I don't know. I could keep trying it. I don't know. It's pretty cool. I'll probably mess around with it maybe a little bit more. Um, but yeah, I almost want to try like 10 or 20 prompts and see if I can get something cool out. But yeah, I'm not feeling too eager to do it at the moment. So the really basic problem we have right now is we have two wires coming in, two wires exiting, and you can see they cross, right? So the next step of this algorithm, I think if I, oh yeah, it keeps the zoom. That's awesome. So the next kind of step here is to make it so that we pick points on this box where these things are going to enter from, and then pick the points where they exit from. And in this case, it's obvious. Like you can put a point here, you can put a point here. We can do it in Excalibur. OpenAI today released deep research. Yeah, I feel like I would use deep research for some things, but I'm not 100% sure what yet. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure what I would use deep research for. I feel like it would be useful. Yeah, if you ever want like just a comprehensive review of like all the literature on something, I feel like it would be pretty useful. So breaking this down, we've got these segments here. We know we're coming in on this edge. We know we're coming in on this edge. And we know we're exiting on this edge. Stuff like that. Actually, there's two boxes here. Let's do this. I always feel bad when the pacing changes. I'm like, yeah, you can't build autorouters at the same speed you can review AIs. But I'm committed to it. Look, guys, this is a work stream, all right? We're here to get some work done. So the segment phase is pretty straightforward most of the time. You can just pick like a point in the center of a segment and you're done. Like, so we just say it's gonna enter here or wherever it intersects, whatever. But we can basically just pick the center as the entry point or where the line intersects. So that in this case it's straightforward to figure out how to route inside this box, and then you just solve a routing problem inside this box. But it's not always straightforward. So let's find a non-straightforward case. Do we have any non-straightforward cases? I think we don't have a non-straightforward case here. So I think we have to adjust this to make one. So we'll go to our example file here, and then we'll say, we can just add a new trace, add some complexity. So we'll say trace 3, and then let's pick an X and Y coordinate for this. So maybe we put one right up here. That should create some awkward situations. Maybe they'll both try to go through this node. Yeah, this is tricky. This is tricky. I want to create some awkward situations. Maybe right here is a good spot. So that's 2070. We want to really like make sure that these guys struggle to get their capacity. And then we'll add a point here too. So let's figure out what's going on. I got to zoom in. 9734. Okay. Oh. Okay, that's all of our layers at once. We can see this new... Oh, interesting. Oh, yeah, very interesting. All right, let's filter step by step so that we don't get lost in the complexity. So our mesh has changed slightly because we have this box here now. And did we create a tricky condition? I don't think we've created the tricky condition yet. So we have to try harder. We're looking to create an edge case where two nodes enter from the same box. So they kind of become bust together briefly rather than just cross. Was this repo? It's not public right now. Let me see if it's public. I think it should be. Capacity node Autorouter. Oh, it's not. Sometimes if it's an experiment, I try not to clutter things. But let's make this public. Yeah. Yeah, you can try running this if you want. Should run. Do we have a license file on this? Okay, hold on. Let me drop a license file in here. Whoops. Git add license. I'm the only one working on this project at the moment, this Autorouter. I had a different repo that I think is also open source where we were just working on algorithms in New York, but I think the code was too messy to reuse. So I just kind of started it over again, thought through some of the data structures, tried to clean it up, break it into more steps, add more visualizations. So anyway, we don't have this tricky edge case yet where these segments are overlapped. What we want is for these to combine and like go together for a little while, because that's the tricky edge case we need to handle. So maybe what I can do is move this green point maybe like adjacent to this point. I feel like that'll create a lot of drama in that area. So 440. So we'll move this green point to 440. Okay. So it's hard to see it when you have every visual up, but there's our mesh. Our mesh hasn't changed too much. There we go. There's the tricky case. So you can see these guys, they join together and they do this thing I call bussing. So they bus together for a little bit. They've basically, as traces or as wires, they've decided to run alongside each other because the capacity works. I don't know. So this creates a bit of a problem because they share the same segment. So let's copy this out. And then we'll draw it up in Excalidraw. And we can kind of just think about this edge case for a minute. So up here, every trace had its own segment, but so there's one dot inside each segment. I call these. If you enter on an edge, I call it a segment, just to give it a name. So in this case, we have 2 points coming in like that, and then we have 2 points exiting. And the algorithm needs to pick which way they enter and exit. And it kind of sounds like an easy problem. Like, oh, hey, the one that's on top should go on top. The one that's on bottom should go on bottom. But you don't actually know. Like, you initialize not knowing which wire goes which. When these wires were picked, I just like it's literally these are drawn just by adding like 2 to the x and y. It's not like actually something that works, even though it seems like it works. It doesn't really work. So uh, we have to figure out how to pick these wires. In this case, when it begins, it comes from 2 segments. They're not bussed together. So it kind of starts like this. These colors are mostly meaningless. Then they come together, they leave, just giving each segment a different color. So this is currently the problem that we need to solve. I'm thinking I'm just stuck on these PRs. What are hard things I could try to get circuit? You should try to make a circuit board, because that's how I always find tons of issues. I actually think every Monday, I might start doing this, but every Monday I should just try to build a circuit board with TS circuit. But yeah, I mean, just trying to build a circuit, you will find a bunch of issues. But we have so many problems right now. Yeah, if you just try to build stuff, you'll see there's tons of bugs and little things. You know, like schematic, like a very common bug right now is with schematic routing. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to reproduce it. I bet I can find it in the docs. Hopefully these docs load quickly. Spent so much time. Wow, these are really small. I'm trying to see if I can find a good... Yeah, like here's a bug. Like if you just look around, even in the docs, there's supposed to be a junction point there. There's supposed to be a dot there. I'm pretty sure TechMan broke this, actually. I think TechMan completely broke this functionality. Like, look, now junction points are being... Like, why was a junction point added here? That's terrible, because now it basically you just have to rewrite the function because it's garbage now. I mean, that's just so disappointing that we had something working and then it's like somebody changed it saying they fixed things and they just didn't test well enough. It's really like tricking me, you know. If you merge a change to the algorithm and all the tests pass and you're saying you fixed it, especially if you generated AI slop, you really just sabotage the project. Like write enough tests and convince yourself that it's working. But I mean, in that case, that's basically sabotage, because like now we got to figure out what the old version was, because it's just not working right now. It's completely broken. But let's go to the chip. Why are these not? There we go. I'm pretty sure there's some schematic rendering bugs somewhere. TechMan is not Tech plus man anymore. Yeah, I don't mean to be too mean, but like, but yeah, I would just build boards. You'll find so many issues as you build boards. Man, yeah, there we go. This is there's an issue somewhere in core for this, but see how this trace line routes backwards like that? Those little things, those things like are the worst. And that's where I need the most help, is like little things like that where the algorithm's not wrong, but it just has like some edge case. That kind of thing I need help on. Like this is really big. And just writing tests so that it doesn't break in the future too. So a lot of times the stuff will break because people will change the algorithm. Like I'm pretty sure I fixed this multiple times and it's just broken again when we changed algorithms or something like that. So I would like, this is a really good issue, Anj, to tackle. I wouldn't go into like deep Autorouter stuff necessarily. And if you're going to go into Autorouter stuff, just plan to spend a while, and you're probably not going to get sponsored for it, because the sponsorship is based on expected value and most people will fail at building autorouters. So, like, that's just the way it is. Oh, Techman's here after I was talking smack. Junction point working for some circuit, not sure. Dude, honestly, after your PR, I have basically never seen it work properly. So, honestly, you should go in and like really examine that algorithm for your credibility, if nothing else. Yeah, I mean, I really haven't seen it work anywhere. I think it got a lot worse. And you if I remember correctly, and I could be remembering wrong, but you completely refactored that algorithm. I would revert. I would revert and like and re-examine, because like, yeah, it got worse. I don't mean to like, I'm just telling you how it is. You know, like we had something that was somewhat working, and now it's completely broken. Yeah, it doesn't work at all. Yeah, it's not even like works on some. All right, I don't mean to comment too hard, but you should fix it. You should fix it. Oh, that loading screen is nice. Somebody just added that. That looked great. Oh my gosh, who added that loading screen? That's incredible. Yeah, Ansh, if you're looking for a project, one of the circuit boards I was trying to make, but I was just kind of like jamming on this, and so much stuff was broken. I went in and started fixing it, but like I was trying to make a little controller, like an ESP game controller. That's a great like little project, right? Just a little ESP32 gaming controller, Bluetooth, that uses these push buttons, because that stuff is really accessible. I think if you build that, we should get into the habit of building more boards. I don't know. I could try to build a little bit of a board. I'm trying to think, how does a game controller work? It has like, it's got like 2 analog sticks. I wonder if JLC PCB carries analog game sticks. Navigation joystick. Yeah, it looks like they carry some. They don't have many. It looks like they only have 4 in stock. But yeah, that's a game stick. And then you would put a little rubber thing onto that. Let's see if they have some others that might be more in stock. Techman added that loading screen, so he's getting really compla insulted here. Yeah, that loading screen is pretty sick. Oh, look, one of the first thing that comes up is somebody building joysticks. Yeah, we can even be inspired. Yeah, there we go. I should have more challenges like this. Let me add it. Somebody build this, please. You know what I should do? Instead of doing bounties, here's an idea, because I want people to build electronics. What if every month I had a thing that people had to build, or people could build, and everybody gets the bounty? So it's like game controllers, everybody who builds one gets a bounty. The only thing is people would copy each other's code. So I'm not really sure how to make it fair. If anybody has ideas on how to make it fair, because we wouldn't want people to just copy other people's code and then everybody just gets paid. That would be a little bit dumb. We wouldn't get that many outputs. The other thing I could do is we do the monthly challenge, and then I order them all, and any of them that work, they get the bounty. So that way, maybe you get a partial bounty if you just submitted something. And that way, it basically we would you might not trust other people's code. Or maybe what I could say is that the bill of materials can't be identical, so you have to swap the microcontroller, or there could be variants or something. I don't know. I like that idea, though. Bounties for boards. Let's see what this guy did. I wonder if my audio comes through.
I taught how to turn your original Nintendo 64.
So ESP32, I think. What is he doing here? Let's look at his little diagram. So it looks like he's got an ESP. There's no joystick. I don't like the idea of not having a joystick, and I also don't like that the joysticks aren't super in stock. It's also weird that their page is kind of broken. So let's see, dip switches, rotary wheel switches, tactile switches. Let's pick something in stock so that we know we can order it. I don't know. Joystick might just not be something that's super in stock. We've got 2 joysticks and they're both listing the stock at 0. Yeah. I don't know. We could just use buttons, maybe. I kind of like the idea of just using buttons because it's kind of like simple. But yeah, you wouldn't want to use a controller without an analog stick. Without a little joystick. Let's see if we can find a joystick. Maybe I can solder just that part because that's not too hard. Best joystick PCB component. You can't go wrong with a Brook. A fight stick. The hell is a fight stick? The Brook UFB. Universal Fighting Board? What the heck is going on? Oh, this is like, I don't know, a custom controller, maybe? I'm not sure. Let's ask GPT-03. If it ever loads. We can use Quera to submit the project in Quest multiplayer and pay them through. Let me see this. Yeah, because people have been telling me to start this. What is it called? Quera Quest? Quera.sh, creator quest. Monetize your open source work. Yeah, I think I'll start a quest for this. Enough people have said it. Yeah, where do you submit the builds? Yeah, that's the problem. Yeah. We would need to, I don't know, maybe we'd have a repo that just has all the people's boards that they submit. I know Tiny Tapeout has a website where you could submit a link to your design or something, and then they will run checks on it, and so they kind of have a website, but I don't really want to build a lot. Guys, it kind of looks like my internet's dying. So my guess is the stream is kind of failing out right now. I'll fix the junction point error later. Hopefully it'll work. You got this, Tech Man. Redeem yourself. Redeem yourself. You'll get there are many rewards, but yeah, I'm very disappointed in that junction point, but can all be fixed. Everything is fixable. I do think my internet might be dying, so that might cause end of stream. We'll see. Okay, O3 Mini. What is the best PCB component? Oh, it's fine. Okay, cool. I will make a repo for the multiplayer things. You can try it, Anj. You can try to make a multiplayer repo and organize it. If you organize it, that would be helpful. We can run board challenges there every week. I would love to do weekly. I also think I'm not sure if people can do weekly. Maybe we start monthly. I would love to do weekly. I wanted to do daily, but I'm getting less sure that it'll work out. So I think maybe weekly or monthly, and then we can switch to 2 weeks if it's working, but maybe monthly for now. And then I think the only rule will be you have to have a different bill of materials. Like you have to have a different main microcontroller. But maybe we won't even have that rule. Maybe maybe we won't even have that rule. I just don't want people to submit the exact same design. So what I could do is like an AI check, like is this design exactly the same? And we can use our readable netlist format to check if the designs are basically the same. So we could do something like that, do an AI similarity check. I think that would be fair. And that way people can't just copy. But a lot of people will have similar-ish boards, so. Okay, so what is the best... Bro, do you like playing games? I play Helldivers sometimes. What's the best PCB component for a joystick? Let's see if O3 Mini can solve this for us. K023. Oh, huh. Oh, yeah, look at that. Yeah, that's pretty good. Wait, that's awesome. I could just put that on? That's awesome. Why is there a button there? This is crazy. Oh, dude, that's awesome. I love that. Dual axis potentiometer. I wonder if JLC PCB has a dual axis potentiometer. So that might be kind of the same as a joystick. If it's a hacky joystick, I'm okay with that. All right, they don't have an image, but we have a data sheet. So let's take a look. Okay, I need to see it. Okay. No image, no deal. I don't know if they have it. I don't think they have it. Also, by build, you mean make a code snippet. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, make a code snippet, and then it has to be orderable. So it has to, it has to actually work enough for me to order it. And then I'll order them all, and I'll probably like, I don't know how exactly it'll work. Maybe what it'll be is like, you get $10 or $20 for submitting, if you have a valid submission that passes some checks we have, and then maybe $50 if it works, or maybe even more. And then I'll also send it to you. So I feel like that's a pretty good incentive. I would like to run that. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like we could run. I think what I can do, it's funny, it's only in the thinking here, but like I think you can just do, no, it looks different. Let's see if maybe we get it on DigiKey. Where do I buy this thing? It seems like this is a common sort of joystick module. I don't like how it plugs in though. To me, it seems like that is a really weird way to plug it in. So I'm trying to figure out a way to not have that module, but I guess it's usually sold as a module. How much do these things cost? Screw Core Quest. Can you show some examples, if any, before, like of boards? We have some on tscircuit.com, but we haven't built that many boards, so it's kind of tricky. We're sort of all bootstrapping the process. This is why I should probably build boards on stream. I think if I stream tomorrow, I'll build a board on stream, but I'm gonna try to not context switch too much. Screw Core Quest, we can make our own multiplayer board challenger game and then organize events there every day, or maybe for now every week. But how to solve that problem if people can copy each I don't know how Quira, or however it's pronounced, quests work. So yeah, it's hard for me to weigh in. But I definitely don't like to. There's things I don't like to manage. I don't like when people have to ask me about getting paid. So if somebody else manages that stuff, I'm usually pretty happy. Or if that process is automated. These things look pretty cheap. It looks like for basically $1, you can get this module that you plug in, and it seems to output the uh, or it looks like based on this label VRX and VRY, it looks like what it would do is give you the voltage in the X direction and the voltage in the Y direction. So it's basically just a resistor. It's just two potentiometers. Um, and SW, I don't know. I guess for the switch. So I don't know. Maybe that's a reset switch. I don't know why there's a switch button, but that seems pretty simple. So basically, we would create a TS circuit component for this where you would just plug in, and then you would plug this into the board. I think what we would need to make this TS circuit component, I think it's going to be off board. How do this is kind of what I don't get. How do you mount this friggin' thing, right? Because like it's sideways, so yeah, it's like it's kind of weird. Why do they have that sideways? Let's see if we can find a reference for it. Controller. PCB. Bro, use Quen for web search. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll use Perplexity. Yeah, make a sample to see how to. Yeah, I'll make a. Here's what we'll do. We'll do the first month as that game controller. We'll do that for February. I think it's going to be a fun, relatively easy one. And I won't do ESP. I like the Pico, so I'll do Pico, so nobody has to worry about my me stealing the ESP because everybody loves the ESP because it's so cheap. And then yeah, we'll figure it out from there. Okay, what did this guy do? This is kind of the first time I've seen it mounted. Whoa, what's going on? Yeah, so I mean, like, obviously you can just plug in all the wires to the side. That's not ideal. They make something like submit the repo, TS circuit boards, and there's a way to make private snippets so they share. I'm not following you, Ansh. Do you want to lay out like an issue? You can create an issue on TS circuit / TS circuit if you want to kind of lay out the game plan for this. I would love to not have to do that much work to organize this. So if you want to organize, that'd be awesome. That would be awesome. And yeah, we could just do PR guidelines and then like basically use like a tip system or something like that. Or we could just tell people, hey, at the end of the month we're gonna tally it up and do GitHub sponsors. Either of those are fine. Dude, how do people mount this to their board? I don't know. I feel like this guy's got it mounted, but it's kind of hidden. It looks like he mounts it on the side or something. It's just very strange. I don't know. Let's see if there's any alternatives. Oh, people are talking about how they're bad. Their read values are very bad. Oy. Interesting. People are just saying that it's cheap, but it seems really common. I don't know. I guess I'll figure out a way to do it. I think what you can do is like basically mount a 90-degree connector on your board, and then it plugs into that. Yeah, and then you add mounting pins. So we can create a TS circuit component for this joystick, basically. You saw a $300 RTX 4090. That sounds trustworthy. What were your majors? Was it electronics related? I studied computer systems engineering. So kind of, a little bit related. I think what I want to do to get this mounted on the board, so we can see we have a 5-pin connector there, so we should be able to use JLC search. And I think there's a headers category. So we're going to say 5 pins. We're going to say gender female, and then we're going to say right angle. And we should be able to filter. Here's one that's really popular. Let's take a look. That does not look like a right angle. I kind of can't tell. It's kind of weird. But anyway, I don't think that'll work. I don't think that's right angle. So let's go to the next one. The other thing is the pitch is really important. So this is probably standard 2.54 pitch. So we should also filter on that. Let's filter on that and try again. That's going to be really standard though. Okay, that's the same one. So that wasn't good. Part selection takes a while, you know. Okay, this is good. So basically we mount this to our board and we should be able to plug in this thing. Let me take a look at this image here. Yeah, I think kind of like plug it in. The only thing is it kind of looks like it will be off the board. Man, this is so weird. It looks like it's going to be off the board, right? So if it's off the board, this is going to be mounted too low probably. Because this is going to be like pressed against the board. I don't know how people mount these friggin' things. I don't know. Let's take a look at a couple other options. Yeah, I don't know. Like, there's an option where we use an off-board connector, and then if we have like a 3D printed case, we can use the 3D printed case to attach it. You could also just use wires to attach this, and then you know you would put these holes into your case. So there's a couple options, but none of them are great. I'm not so good at electronics like you. I mean, the thing is AI is really use glue. Jeez, glue and wire. Yeah, I wish they didn't use this connector. It's just not great. Computer science and software engineering degree like aren't both the same. I don't know what software engineering teaches. I kind of don't trust it. Sorry to everyone who's majoring in that. It's kind of a new discipline, and the thing is software engineering, it's kind of I kind of don't trust academics to teach it properly for a course called like computer science. They're good at like algorithms and stuff, but I don't trust them so much on the other things. All right, guys, I'm brushing up on lunch here. I also probably need to do some meetings. I'm probably forgetting about some. We'll solve this controller issue tomorrow, and maybe do some work on the actual Autorouter. A little bit of context today. We mostly didn't build it, so bad stream title. But thanks for hanging out.